Hello ladies and gentlemen, SeKo Starcraft bringing you some games from the ZOTAC Cup. We've got Mr. Lowely from Team FX Open against Empire's Happy, turn in the bottom left. This is a final game of a best of 5 between these two individuals for the ZOTAC Cup. Just a micro tournament finals. I didn't watch the rest of the games, so me and you together are going to figure out who is going to win this tournament. I'm on a bit of a mojito kick right now, so you probably heard me reference that in some of my other videos. Just the drink of summer. Now, Empire Happy, who's our terran, is somebody I've been watching a little bit more of lately, and surprisingly, he's not going to go for a wall off. Very surprisingly. Lowely, on the other hand, is somebody I've not cast a lot of games of. But he made it this far, so he's got to be worth something decent. Having the drone scout come out here really early. It's worthwhile to do so as a zerg player. Well, actually, it's worthwhile to do so in just about any circumstance. There's just so much cheese happening right now. It's so common that getting out your scouts is too important to your ability to succeed. The terran player is not scouting yet, and he's probably not super worried, which is super strange. He must know very well how Lowely is playing to not want to wall off and to not bother scouting. No way. I was going to call out that if he tried to low ground expand, that would have been ridiculous. Lowely is going to try to slow this down. And there is going to be a barracks at the front. So not exactly sure. I mean, it saves you like an extra handful of minerals to go and get your supply depot next to your command center. I can't say for sure if it's entirely worth it. Is he going to get that SCV? Ooh! Get him! Get him! Oh yeah. Bitch. That's when you just got to be type it across. Just, yeah. Oh. Or you can just say something that's similar. I like that one. Call somebody a birch on ladder. See what they think of you. Yeah, well, you know what you are? You're a melon farmer. Melong farmer. Alright, serious time, serious time. Tied up in workers. Command center just finishing for the terran. To be tied up at this point in workers doesn't really bode well for the zerg player now that the command center is finished. It means economy-wise he's not really going to be as ahead as the zerg player wants to be. We're still pretty early in the game, so I'm not expecting to see a third base come out really soon. And likewise, we don't even see a factory started. There's the factory started. I think both of these players are going to be pretty content just to macro up well. Scouting right now for any overlords straying all over the place. I think it's worthwhile. It probably would be even cool to come over here and check for overlords, as well as maybe run underneath here. Picking off an overlord in the early game is unbelievably advantageous if you can do it. No crazy tech yet. No roach warren from our zerg player. Speed isn't even started. And how could it be? He just took his first gas. There's the roach warren. It certainly would be there. Fast third command center is part of the wall off. It's worthwhile. It's not really that big of a deal to hide that third command center. If you're saying I'm going macro, you're going macro. All you're doing is telling your opponent, come at me, bro. If you can stop me, go right ahead. And this is actually fantastic for the terran player, as the zerg isn't even considering his third base just yet. Though a roach bust would be very worthwhile. We're starting to see really elite players like Innovation starting to get out an early tank. If you can get out a wall with, you know, a few marines in it and a tank, you can deflect that kind of 5-6 roach push that you sometimes suffer from as a terran player trying to expand really fast. Did you see that expansion go down? Yes, he did. He won't feel too uncomfortable about that. That'll generally tell him that, hey, my opponent isn't actually coming at me with everything he's got right now. More interested in expanding. Just testing the front. Good wall off. I still feel it's kind of sad that Zerg has reached a day where the Zerg has to wall off and the Terran doesn't have to worry about it. Isn't that weird? I think it's weird. These are strange days we're seeing here, son. This map's also kind of awkward to where you want to go for your third base. You can generally take this alright, but as soon as you want to get to your fourth, these expansions become so much more difficult to keep. Managed to get a couple of those. Looks like he might... No, he won't try to loop around. Now let's look at the economy. The Zerg has pulled ahead now more in economy. I'm actually kind of surprised with the 3 command centers down. I expected to see just a little bit more SCVs out, but he's not really keeping up on his SCV production as heavily right now, focusing more on his tech. His money is spending is good, so not like I can fault him for what's going on. These guys killing Overlord? 0, 0, 0. Apparently not. There was one over here. I think he left back this way. We haven't really seen a lot of production facilities yet from Mr. Happy. It is going to be bio, but I kind of expected by the time this third base goes down to see him up somewhere around like 5 or 6 barracks. These players are both at a pretty big no-touch 10-minute policy. Spire's on the way, 5th and 6th gas. Spire takes so long to build. Upgrades for his melee units. Even though he has roaches out, the roaches are more there just to defend. As a lot of people will tell you, roaches become less valuable the longer the game goes on. So you generally don't have to worry too much about going that direction unless you're going for a solid roach hydra focus. I don't think the Zerg minds losing a bunch more Zerglings to try to take these out if he can take them out. Oh, is he gonna get him? Oh, last shot. That was funky. All I need is one more hit. Just take out that map control and the map vision from the Terran. Great creep spread. Few mutas coming out right now. Gas is limited to him a bit. He really should be considering that. There it is, that 4th base. I think that Hellion is in the way. And you should be able to see that Hellion in the way. I guess not yet. Probably lose himself this unless he builds. Oh, there he goes. Now he understands that it's there. Did he see that spire? He did see that spire. Hellion's dead. 4th base down. Muta's on the way. We did see the production missile turrets. There's a big debate that I have about how many missile turrets is too many missile turrets. They're so good against mutas. You think, well, I only need to put a couple around here just to make sure that they're alright. But if you spread them around your base, it just helps so much, particularly as an amateur player. Amateur Zerg players, they're not going to be like pros who if they don't see a good attack angle, they just leave. Amateur ones will just run in and start attacking random buildings for a long time and force you to come back and deal with them. So putting up missile turrets is very worthwhile. Not a huge investment, they do a lot of damage and they give you peace of mind. You don't have to worry about keeping units at home. Zerg player has the watchtower. Does he have the other watchtower? Nope. Yes, he does. 1-on-1. Do it. Well, he got away with his life. Ooh, he did too. Wait. This is interesting to me. Pack that up and make a fur coat out of it. Didn't lose any mutas there, but that's a little bit too much to deal with. Actually got 2 mutas, I think, in that. At least 2. Oh no, dude. Well, at least he regenerate quickly. Widow mines are out. That's gonna That's gonna put a bit of a kink in things. Empire Happy, he's down by 50 supply, but I don't feel like his position is that bad. He's got a pretty good set of defense here. Great economy going on. 3-base. 3-base Terran can go a long time and not have to worry. But these kind of micro move outs, when your opponent is essentially maxed, I don't know exactly if that's going to work out for you or not. He could get some pretty good Widow Mine shots, but Widow Mines, they don't get any attack upgrades. Whereas the Zerg player, I think, is on 2-2 yet? Yes, he is. More missile turrets. Shit. A lot of mines just chilling out there. Well, let's see now how Lowely is going to deal with these mines. It looks like he got a tank there as well, and a Marauder. Oh man, he got a couple of big mine hits here. Let's check that out. Pardon me for a second there, guys. I want to see what happens. Oh man. Pretty much 2 direct mine hits. Didn't quite kill them, but look at that damage. It's beefy. It's a beefy amount of damage. See, Lowely lost like 30 supply in the last minute. He is remaxing with Zerglings, which is obviously pretty quick for him to do. He doesn't. There's his Overseer, so I was about to say, if he doesn't take care of these things quickly, they're about to all regenerate. Tell me you know. Tell me it ain't so. Oh, that's funny. Got the Overseer too. Well, that's a pretty big pile of crap, but like I said, I'm not opposed to how Happy is doing here. These Widow Mines have done so well. There's just not enough detection moving around right now. Oh, boy. They lost another 30 supply of stuff all of a sudden. I mean, he's got a bank. Don't get me wrong, he can afford to play around a little bit, but... Oh, no. Now, that didn't go that well for Lowely. Oh, man. And he was doing so well. Great creep spread, great movement. If you're going to do that, if you're going to bust, like, just go in and try to bust your Terran opponent like that, that's so entrenched with mines and tanks, you need Ultralisks. The other thing you can do is take just basic Overlords and run them ahead. Now he's on creep. He's starting to fight it back now. No, he's not. It's right beside him. Fight back that creep. That's a lot of Widow Mines. I thought those were creep tumors for a second. I like load up into the medevac that's got 2 hit points. Thought it was 5 for a second. It's 2. Happy is now the person who's maxed out. Good sized army coming in. Just good patient play. Don't use your crappy medevac to move around your troops in. I don't like this at all for Lowely. I know it's on creep, but these Widow Mines here. It's sad because the mutas are essentially tanking the Widow Mines for the rest of the units. Fourth base is up. Already got missile turrets everywhere. Planetary fortress. Fourth base for the Zerg. Just trying to get rebuilt. This is so good from Happy here. Just so patient. Would be worthwhile to pick off the medevacs, as they all got almost no hit points. Whoa, those Marines got smoked. Look at all these none of the Widow Mines getting cleaned up. That's why there's so many here. The Overseers aren't playing enough of a role. There they are. Maybe Happy's been targeting them or something, but these Widow Mines aren't dying off. He's finally going to have his Ultralist tech finished up here in a couple of sec. There it is. But look at all the money this guy has, and he just can't spend it. 4 Ultras on the way, but I don't think it's going to be enough. The Terran is already at 3-3. 3-3 isn't quite finished yet for the Zerg, though it might be by the time these Ultralisks are ready to go. That's funny. He ran a full medevac with his actual units into a Queen that had 2 hit points on it. Way to go, Chief. Now, Lowely's just trying to buy time. He's trying to wait for his Ultralisk to come out to tank these Widow Mine hits. All this while, that base is gone again. He has got one down here, but he won't be able to use it. Finally, we got one Ultralisk out. Marauders are already on the play field right now. I think Happy was sitting here thinking, wow, where the heck are all of the Ultras? I got all these Marauders ready for them, and you're not sending any at me yet. So Lowely does clean that up, but you see that there's another army essentially ready to go. Does need to keep it together though. Could lose these units really quickly if he's not careful. Changelings. Hey, you guys are going home. Is it lunchtime? Another little drop. These are the underrated big stars of this game. Just, they keep taking out bases. Adrenal Glands is done, I think. Can't tell. Thought it was. Anyways, cancels another base. This guy down here is at least up and mining. Built himself a, wow, that's saturated. How many units does he have here? Okay, I thought he maybe built way too many. Taking that out would not be a bad idea. Infestation did be a fantastic pickup. Gonna focus down them, all those Mutalisks first. Is he gonna get it? The Marauder there is the important. Yes, he does get it too. Wow. Double planetary and an orbital. Happy just looks like he's having fun at this point. Just so methodical. So straightforward. And I can't. What the hell? What the hell? I mean, Happy. He can't feel too comfortable. I mean, he doesn't have this giant bank, and he doesn't have that much of a supply. He's got a pretty big supply deficit. No, now he's got a lead. Man. Stop smoking whatever it is I'm smoking. Good chunk. Ooh, I like the Ravens. I was about to say, where did all of his money go? He's got all these bases and he doesn't have that much supply. He's going high tech. Looks like he managed to pick off one more random medevac full of stuff. Oh, do it. One time. Nope. Wanted to hit right there. I think there's a PF down here. Yes, there is. Looks like he wants to do some economic damage to the Terran player. His bank's almost gone. Oh no. Ay ay ay. He needed those banelings too. That's what's going to help him take out that planetary. And he's got drops on one side, drops on the other side. Yeah, this planetary might go down. I don't think it's that big a deal. Uh-oh. Ugh. A little bit of friendly damage there. Now, Lowely does have the supply lead, keep in mind, and he's got 50 minerals. He had 4,000 about 2 minutes ago. Bloop, 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 bloop. The important thing with dealing with ultras is figuring out which unit is being targeted and then kite it. Interesting game. I think Happy, it didn't look like he was that far ahead, but it just seemed like he had it in the bag the whole game. And it's so strange in that. Lowely played a really, really great game, but it just wasn't polished enough. He didn't know how to deal with the Widow Mines well enough. His ultraless tech was a little bit too delayed. He couldn't deal with these drops. He had no static defenses set up in his bases to deal with drops. If a drop came down here, it would have killed all that stuff. So it just couldn't multitask at the right level, or just hasn't had the experience playing at this kind of caliber yet. Great game. Series goes to Empire Happy. Hope you guys like that. SeKo Starcraft signing off.